Hello, my friends. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Chiquino here. I just wanted to give you a couple quick reminders on this guy, your recorder. I know it's been a while, and I hope you've been practicing. I hope you've been seeing some improvement too, but just in case, there's a lot of things that we kind of want to keep in mind when we're playing the recorder, and a lot of things that, with a lot of time not being in the classroom, some of us might have forgotten. So I thought it wouldn't hurt to make a quick little video with some pointers and some tips to help you succeed on the recorder, yes. So here I go again with the weird voices that I always make. Not even in school and I'm still being silly. So anyway, first things first, my friends in 3rd grade, let's go over all the notes that we have been working on. So first of all, the thing you want to remember is the thumb is always on the back, at least for now. In 4th grade, that might change when you learn a different note, but for this year, you're going to focus on B, A, and G, and we're going to focus on keeping that thumb down all the time. This is the finger that gets the laziest. Now, notice, I'm not sure if my video is going to be forwards or backwards, but depending on what my camera does when it processes the video, you will have your left hand on top, right hand on bottom. For now, see the bell of the instrument right here? There's no holes over here. If you take a look, there's holes right here and even here, but nothing right here. So what you want to do is you want to keep your right hand over here. That way you're not going to accidentally press any holes and get some unfriendly notes that we're really not trying to get. So anyway, first thing, as we said, right hand on bottom, left hand on top. And now that I've got my hands in the right place, thumb is always going to stay on the back hole with your left hand. And you're going to put it in your mouth. You're going to make sure that you're not too much like this. Also not too much like this. Not to be nice and kind of somewhere in a just happy, relaxed position, right? Not too high. You're not Louis Armstrong playing the trumpet. And you're also not down here. You're not trying to, enjoy, I don't know, a slushie or milkshake or something. No, just here at a comfortable level. And so anyway, our first note, as you might remember, is B. Now take a second and tell me, what fingers do you use for B? I'll give you a start. You use your left thumb, and then what else? In 3, 2, 1. If you said that you use your first finger, aka your pointer finger, like this, you would be correct. You would be correct. Get it? Because it's the note B. Did you see why I did it? Because, okay, I'm going to stop with the puns. The note is B. Okay, Mr. Chiquino, you're horrible. So anyway, so here we go. So we've got a B, and now when you go to blow, let's not even get to that yet. Let's work on the other 2 notes. So the other 2 notes we've talked about are, do you remember the next note? Can you tell me what it is? If you said it was A, you are correct. Now, to go from a B to an A, or the fingering for A, is simply putting your second finger down. Notice I kept my thumb down on that hole, and I kept my first finger down on the hole as well. So you've got thumb 1 and 2, and that should be A. And if you do that right, you'll get an A in music. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm going to stop with the jokes. I'm probably not, but I'm going to try. And then the final note would be G. And you're going to leave all 3 of these fingers down for G. First finger, second finger, or pointer finger, middle finger, and thumb. And then you're going to add your 3rd finger or your ring finger. And yes, since it's your left hand, this would actually be where the wedding ring goes too. Funny enough. So anyway, for G, you've got thumb in the back, first finger, second finger, 3rd finger. Which hand, right or left? What do you think? Say it now. Left! Very good. If you said right, remember left on top, right on bottom. So anyway, now we've got B, we've got A, and we've got G. So now that we've got that, let's try, what we're going to try to do next is we're going to try playing each note. So what do you think of this sound? Here's B. Sounds good, right? No! Wrong, Mr. Chiquino, that was terrible. Why was it bad? Well, because I was using too much air. I was blowing way too hard, like I was trying to blow out birthday candles. That's great for a birthday cake, but for the recorder, as we've said, no, Mr. Chiquino. Gentle air is the way to go. Warm, gentle air. So, but what I mean by warm is, can you take your finger, or your hand, and can you pretend that this is like a glass window and you're fogging, or a mirror and you're fogging it up? Very good. So that warm air, that's what you want. Now, how do you blow it though? Are you going to blow it like birthday candles? No, because that's too hard. How are you going to do it? Well, what did we say? We said like blowing bubbles, because if you know, I'm sure you've all blown bubbles before. I mean, it's super fun. I still blow bubbles with my 2 little nieces, and I am in my 20s, so I mean, it's always fun. Anyway, to blow bubbles, and to get good bubbles, and to make sure that they don't pop before they come out of the little bubble wand, you want to make sure that you're blowing nice gentle air. So we have warm air, like fogging up a glass, and gentle air. Gentle, like you're blowing a bubble. Now, you can't even hear my air, can you? But watch what happens when I keep blowing and I put the recorder on my mouth, or in my mouth. So in between, you might not have known, but I did not stop blowing at any point during that. Which means my breath was so quiet, you actually couldn't hear it. But once it goes into that recorder, a beautiful sound comes out. So that's what you want to make sure you do. Too hard, you get this. Yikes. Luckily, hopefully that won't be so loud on the video, but my ears, man. So anyway, we've got B. Same thing with A and G. You know, A was first finger, second finger, and thumb. We just did B, which was first finger and thumb. But now we're adding second finger along with first finger and thumb for A. And you're still using warm, gentle air, like blowing bubbles, not birthday candles, my friends. And yeah, let's do it. But wait, that was gentle. But that doesn't sound right. Oh, well, look at my thumb. I don't know if you can see that, but see, it's not completely covering that hole. So, yeah, make sure you're completely covering all the holes. Remember, leaks mean squeaks. Ah! So, let's try that again. And this time I'm going to cover all the holes completely with all 3 fingers, my first, second finger, and thumb for A. And I'm going to make sure I use warm, gentle air, and let's see what happens. And I'm going to make sure my recorder is in a good position. I'm not having a milkshake, and I'm not Louis Armstrong playing that trumpet. So anyway, here we go. Even though I love Louis Armstrong, he's the man. Anyway. Hear that sound? Now here's sound 1. I want you to take a close listen to this before we get to G. Here's option A, or option 1, let's call it. Here's option 2. I'll let you hear it one more time. Option 1. Option 2. Now there's a very slight difference between option 1 and 2. I'm going to explain to you what it is. We've talked about tonguing before, but we haven't talked about it as much as some of the other things, because I know we want to focus on keeping the notes in tune and getting all the right fingers, and it's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head, or rubbing your head and patting your tummy. It's crazy, right? There's a lot to think about playing the recorder. So, but what I was doing is tonguing. And what tonguing basically is instead of just going, you're going to put a light little D sound at the beginning of the note. Like, instead of going, it's like do, but you're not actually saying it. You're going, instead of. Now, why do we do that, Mr. Cicchino? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, you probably didn't ask, but I'm pretending you did. So anyway, when you put that little D sound at the beginning, the tonguing, as it's called in wind instruments, not just the recorder, but also for the flute, and the oboe, and the bassoon, and the clarinet, and the saxophone, all those guys, all the woodwinds. It's good for all of those. The English horn, yes. Piccolo, all of them. Bass clarinet, I could go all day. Not really, but there's lots of woodwind instruments, and they're great. But anyway, the reason we put tonguing in is because it gives you some clarity. It makes the note clear at the very beginning. It's a very slight change. Now, if I don't do it, watch what happens. Now see how my sound kind of went up or up a couple times. Now when I do the tonguing, it corrects that because it sends forward a good amount of air, a nice amount of air to get the note started. So that way you don't have a weak start like or too hard of a start like this. See? So Adding that tongue and that little... Let's start with A. And now finally G, we've talked about. So now I have first finger, I have second finger, I have thumb in the back, all covering those holes, and now we're adding third finger. Or your ring finger, your wedding finger, if you will. Your wedding ring finger, yes. So, all four of these guys, don't forget the thumb. First finger, second finger, third finger, thumb. And completely covering those holes, leaks, mid, squeaks, ah! So, and warm, gentle air, and now tonguing that note too. So not just going, but going. I don't know if you could hear that in the video, but I'm putting a little D sound, a little D, D, D. Very light though, not even that loud, in front of every note. So now we're going to try playing G. Warm, gentle air. Ready? Bubbles. And now hold it. One more time. Very good. So we've got B, we've got A, and we've got G.